It's the police, ma'am. Your son's been hit by a drunk driver. He's dead.
Eyes looking back and forward to the audience is a sign of anticipation. He's waiting to see the crowd's response, which reveals he genuinely believes the audience will like his joke, which shows how far gone his mind is at this point in the movie.
Oh, no, you cannot joke about that.
Yeah, that's not funny, Arthur. That's not the kind of humor we do on this show.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That pause is a really great piece of acting. He is making his character appear to be that he's pausing to reflect on what he's just said. Great attention to details.
It's just, it's been a rough few weeks, Murray.
Notice this guy in the background, arms folded. This is a self-soothing, pacifying behaviour. Basically what this means is that his body is trying to calm him down. And by folding your arms, it acts as a soothing technique to the limbic system.
Ever since I killed those 3 Wall Street guys.
Again, after he says he killed those Wall Street guys, his eyes dart around the room, showing that his character, again, is looking for the audience's reaction. Also to note here, his legs are crossed. Crossed legs can tell us a lot of information about a person. If the leg on top is crossed towards someone, it signifies that they're either interested in that person or that they like that person. However, if their legs are crossed facing the other way from the person, it's a sign that they're trying to distance themselves from that person.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
The rumpled forehead from Murray is a sign of worry and nervousness.
There's no punchline. It's not a joke.
Notice how the Joker barely looks at Murray when he says there's no punchline, which is kind of a sign that he's nervous of his reaction. The eye dart across to Murray shows that he's almost afraid to look, almost as if he's ashamed to admit it to him. This tells us a significant amount about the Joker. He never planned on killing Murray. He planned on killing himself, as he pretends to do earlier on in the movie. He only decides to kill Murray later on in this scene. Raising of the eyebrows when he says it's not a joke is a way of someone emphasizing a point.
You're serious, aren't you? You're telling us you killed those 3 young men on the subway?
Murray's mouth quivers and looks down, which is a tell of disbelief. Basically, he's in denial for a split second as to what's happening on his show. However, he then looks down, which is a sign of reflection. In that tiny amount of time, the actor has given off perfect body language of reflection and then shock. Really great acting. Murray then leans in, which is a sign of interest and confidence. He's putting his body closer to the threat, which is the Joker. However, he still feels confident, as this is his show, and he feels in control.
Mm-hmm.
And why should we believe you?
Got nothing left to lose.
Micro expression of a smile there from Joker.
Nothing can hurt me anymore. My life is nothing but a comedy.
Well, let me get this straight. You think that killing those guys is funny?
Murray leans back, which is a distancing behaviour. He sees the Joker as serious and that he thinks it's funny, which makes Murray uneasy, which is likely why he leans back in his chair.
I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. Comedy is subjective, Murray. Isn't that what they say? All of you, the system that knows so much, you decide what's right or wrong the same way that you decide what's funny or not.
Eyes darting back and forth to the audience shows that the Joker is really keen to gauge the audience's mood. Notice how he called him Murray here. He didn't intend on killing him at this point. He only decides to when Murray starts challenging his views.
Well, okay, I think I might understand that you did this to start a movement, to become a symbol.
Murray is maintaining eye contact when he asks if he did it to start a movement. He's giving off signs of interest here. But here is where I think the Joker may have started thinking about killing him.
Come on, Murray. Do I look like the kind of clown that could start a movement?
When Murray asks if he did it to start a movement and to become a symbol, the Joker sees that Murray is doing nothing more than trying to get a story out of him, as he did earlier in the movie with him being a bad comedian. This has a big influence on whether the Joker is going to kill him or not. It was the fact that Murray kept digging to get a story that caused Joker to kill him. This is shown by the fact that he deliberately mispronounces the word Murray, showing that he was clearly frustrated by what he had just said.
I killed those guys because they were awful. Everybody is awful these days. It's enough to make anyone crazy.
Okay, so that's it. You're crazy. That's your defense for killing 3 young men?
No. They couldn't carry a tune to save their lives. Oh, why is everybody so upset about these guys?
Notice still how the Joker's legs are crossed. This shows that he is still confident, not the nervous Arthur Fleck he was before. He's a new man. He's the Joker.
If it was me dying on the sidewalk, you'd walk right over me. I pass you every day and you don't notice me. But these guys, what, because Thomas Wayne went and cried about them on TV?
Now notice the Joker messes up what he was saying in the middle of this sentence, which is great acting.
Because Thomas Wayne went and cried about them on TV?
It shows that he's going through a lot of emotion.
You have a problem with Thomas Wayne, too.
Yes, I do. Have you seen what it's like out there, Murray? Do you ever actually leave the studio? Everybody just yells and screams at each other. Nobody's civil anymore. Nobody thinks what it's like to be the other guy. You think men like Thomas Wayne ever think what it's like to be someone like me? To be somebody but themselves? They don't. They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little boys, that we won't werewolf and go wild.
You finished? I mean, there's so much self-pity, Arthur. You sound like you're making excuses for killing those young men. Not everybody, and I'll tell you this, not everyone is awful.
You're awful,
Me? I'm awful? Oh yeah, how am I awful?
When he says, "You're awful," he pauses beforehand. This is the point at which he decides to kill Murray.
Playing my video. Inviting me on the show.
Joker is now doing the death stare, the literal death stare. He's filled with rage and hatred for Murray. He's 100% going to kill him now.
You just wanted to make fun of me. You're just like the rest of them.
You don't know the first thing about me, pal. Look what happened because of what you did, what it led to. There were riots out there.
Murray still doesn't concede. He doesn't give in to the Joker's views. Months of rage and suffering have built up inside of the Joker, all leading to this point. Murray represents everything the Joker hates at this point. Wealth, sensationalism, and ignorance. He's going to kill Murray.
2 policemen are in critical condition. You're laughing. You're laughing. Someone was killed today because of what you did.
I know. How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get
I don't think so.
when you cross
I think
a
we're
mentally
done
ill
with your
loner
jokes.
with
That's
a
it.
society that abandons him and treats him like trash?
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get.
Call the police.
You get what you fucking deserve. Good night. And always remember, that's...
After the Joker kills Murray, his leg posture completely shifts. His feet are wide apart, which is a sign of dominance. His legs are jumping, which is a pacifying behaviour. His body's trying to calm him down. The adrenaline is pumping. He looks at Murray with a smile and continues to stare at him with the death stare. He's proud of what he did, but he's not done yet. Probably the greatest movie scene of all time, or one of the best. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe because it really does mean a lot to me. Thanks.